Charles Darwin suggested that before humans developed language, they used music to communicate. However, the actual origins of language remain uncertain. While we suspect it emerged a long time ago, possibly between 100,000 and 50,000 years ago, there's no direct evidence from that time. Many theories exist about how speech began, however, researchers are continually investigating to unravel the full story of how language originated. The divine source. In various religious traditions, a divine source is credited with providing humans with language. The biblical account in Genesis describes God giving Adam the ability to name all creatures. Similarly, Hindu tradition attributes language to Sarasvati, wife of Brahma. Historical experiments, such as those by Pharaoh Psammetichus and King James IV of Scotland, attempted to identify the original divine language by raising infants in isolation. Psammetichus's experiment suggested Phrygian as the original language, while King James's experiment pointed to Hebrew as the original language. However, modern observations show that children raised without exposure to human language do not develop any language, challenging the idea of a retrievable original divine language. The biblical story of Babel further complicates the notion by describing how God confounded human languages. The natural sound source theory proposes that the origins of language are rooted in the imitation of natural sounds. Early humans might have created primitive words by mimicking the sounds they heard around them. For example, the sound caw-caw from a bird might have been used to refer to that bird, and coo-coo for another. This theory is supported by the presence of onomatopoeic words in modern languages, such as cuckoo, splash, bang, and buzz, which echo the sounds they describe. This perspective is often referred to as the bow-wow theory. However, this theory has limitations. It is difficult to explain how words for soundless objects and abstract concepts could have developed through natural sound imitation alone. Additionally, the idea that language is merely a set of names for things is overly simplistic. Another suggestion is that language originated from natural emotional cries, like those of pain or joy, leading to words like ouch, for pain. However, these interjections, produced with sudden intakes of breath, differ from normal speech, which is produced on exhaled breath. Emotional noises contain sounds not typically used in speech production, making them unlikely sources for the development of language. The social interaction source or yo-hi-ho theory. The yo-hi-ho theory suggests that the origins of language may be found in the natural sounds made during physical effort, particularly when such efforts required coordination among a group of people. Early humans may have developed a set of hums, grunts, groans, and curses for activities like lifting heavy objects. This theory emphasizes the social context of language development, positing that early humans, who lived in groups for protection, needed some form of communication to maintain social organization. While the theory highlights the importance of communication in social interactions, it does not explain the origins of the specific sounds produced. Apes and other primates also use grunts and social calls in their groups, but have not developed the capacity for speech. This suggests that merely living in social groups and making coordinated sounds is not sufficient to account for the development of human language. The physical adaptation source. The physical adaptation source theory suggests that the unique physical features of humans, distinct from other creatures, enabled speech production. Early humans transitioned to an upright posture with bipedal locomotion, which altered the role of their front limbs. This change is reflected in the differences between the skulls of gorillas and Neanderthals, with the latter showing a vocal tract capable of consonant-like sounds. By 35,000 years ago, skeletal structures began to resemble modern humans, indicating adaptations for speech. Key physical features relevant to speech include upright teeth, intricate muscle interlacing in the lips, a flexible and smaller mouth, and a muscular tongue. These features allow for a wide variety of sounds and rapid speech production. Humans can also close the nasal airway to increase air pressure in the mouth, aiding in sound production. The human larynx, or voice box, is positioned lower than in other primates, creating a longer pharynx that enhances sound resonance and clarity. This lower position, however, increases the risk of choking on food, suggesting that the evolutionary advantage of enhanced vocal abilities outweighed this risk. These physical adaptations collectively enabled the complex range of sounds necessary for human speech.